Welcome to the monthly update for Heidel Beale & Associates. This month, I have a in-depth conversation with our business partner and investment manager, Chris Heidel. We're going to highlight some of the areas that have been performing very well for the portfolio, as well as look at some areas that may be concerning some of you, our clients. I've heard many questions, and this month we're going to address some of those issues that you brought up to me in our recent client meetings. So one of the recent conversations I've been having with clients and listening to what they're saying has been some concern around holding gold. We've held it for a long time. It hasn't been really performing for the last 2 years. And I guess the question is, should we sell some now, invest it somewhere else while we wait for gold to recover? And when it starts to recover, then reposition investments to then add back to gold, because when it does recover, we feel it's going to be a multi-year run.
This is a great question, but it's really a psychological question more than anything else. First, the facts. If we look at gold over the course of the last young century, the new millennium since the year 2000, gold's up over 470%. It's the best performing asset without question in the new year, in the new century. And so from a longer term perspective, it's done very well. Now, certainly you're absolutely right. The last 2 years have been very disappointing. But does that mean we should sell something we believe in? Because then it becomes a psychological exam. Really, when you sell something with the intent of buying it back, when do you buy it back? We tend to extrapolate our ideas about prices, when in reality the world doesn't tend to go in a straight line. It's much more like a pendulum. Because we experienced this last year with bonds. Treasury bonds declined last year as interest rates spiked. And many clients got frustrated, and of course, many wanted to sell out of bonds come November and December. Doing so meant that they've missed the greatest bond rally since 1982 in the bond portfolios that we've held. The pendulum has swung back the other way. I continue to hold the torch for gold because I believe that just like in the 1970s, during that tremendous bull market, from 74 to 76, roughly 2 years, the gold price consolidated in very disappointing performance. It actually fell in price in percentage terms more than it's fallen this time. So when I look at that, I say, well, that was the precursor to the strongest run-up in the gold price. And that's something that may not follow history exactly, but it's something that we could reasonably anticipate. The reasons for owning gold: central bank intervention on the largest scale in human history, still with us today. The yen has fallen 40%, and so in gold terms, the yen is at an all-time low, and certainly even in dollar terms. And other fiat currencies like our own dollar will probably follow suit. So it's a reason to stay on the gold train and keep holding that asset.